Last we've arrived. Delivery in hand.
We ought to make the delivery now, lest it should end up lost or misplaced.
Right you are. What are you doing? We've not been given leave to rest yet.
I'm well aware of that, thank you.
Would you mind coming over here? We have arrived.
What can I do for you? Ah, a letter from Lady Margaret, you say? It is a fair way you've come, then. Thanks. She's a kindly sort, I must say. We met when I worked with her husband, Sir Gregor, on one occasion. Now she's taken to inquiring after my health at the turn of every season.
Making our report ought to be our next priority. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few. There, Master! Saurians!
Ice is our ally against such fiends. One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. On my way!
It's been a hard day.
That Lady Margaret's a kindly sort. We met when I worked with her husband, Sir Gregor, on one occasion. Now she's taken to inquiring after my health at the turn of every season. Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts reeling, at least. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into that. With any luck, the Saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. You must make sure your aim is true. Good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village.
Now we are to throw a jar of poison. Be sure to handle it with care, Master.
forgotten something?
Well done, Master. Those Saurians shan't dare approach the village for some time, thanks to your efforts.
'Twas a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today.
'Tis done.
Pray, follow me.
This ox cart's bound. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due. What to make of this? This ox cart's bound. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
We have reached our destination.
Ah, you've returned. Splendid. The cart reached its destination.
Ox carts seem a convenient choice for longer journeys. I see no harm in making use of them as needed.
You have my support.
Oh, what does this say?
Shall we take a closer look?
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray. As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false... Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is... It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, the central players in the court ought all be in attendance. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem. Only select members of the nobility. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry. What say you? Might I ask for your... I thank you, your Majesty. The first is Trevo Mine. Next is Half Village. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of...
We have been charged with the felling.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are... You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now. Would that I could undertake the task myself. What say you, your Majesty? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time. There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim, of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to your Majesty. I refer to Waldar. Many a time as Disa demanded Waldar amend the Code of Vermont to and many a time as the magistrate refused her. For our laws dictate that your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of... What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Should you be discovered...
Follow me, if you would. I can accompany you to the castle entrance, Master, but no further.
I heard a rumour that this land was once a kingdom of Beastrons.
Truly?
Indeed. Though 'tis not widely known among the common folk.
What to do? I've no mother or father to speak of. I wanted to get them a present. The problem is, do you think you could help me? All I need is a bunch of pretty flowers. For true. I'm sure you'll find them pretty. Hoya Risen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already? Well, take your time. You know.
Can't wait for the new equipment coming.
Hoya Risen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers? Oh, just look at them. These should say. Would you mind terribly if I asked you another favor? See, one of my friends taught me a magic spell. All you have to do is find a silver... But there's the problem. Would you find a silver stone and bring it to me for true? And I'll be waiting. Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you... Oh, just say it. Aren't you curious? Well, I'll tell you. Not to say I'm unhappy. I want to tell them how... Oh, it's so shiny.
Miss Daphne seemed pleased with our efforts. Mayhap we ought to pay her another visit sometime soon.
I quite agree.
No shortage of easy marks.
Not sure how much longer I can hold out.
Just remember, I've somewhere to be. We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Arms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Few can afford perpetual generosity.
Arisen? I should have expected you may yet linger here. I found some materials we could use to enhance our equipment.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble... Many thanks. May fortune...
Just remember, there's somewhere to be.
Resist.
It's another day, same as the one.
Supper and a night's rest is all I need.
We must rest, though the sun is still up. To this world I return, ready to put all...
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well.
Was I lacking in devotion?
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
My head hurts just thinking. pumping. My head hurts just thinking about it.
All is lost.
What to do? What to do? Hoy Arisen! Said, do you know the river close by the church? That's a problem for the... I was thinking you could help the priests by finding some gold ore. After all, it wouldn't be good for anyone if the church ran out. I was hoping you'd say, I'll help too. I'll look...
Now we seek gold ore. Though 'tis...
Hoy Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? Wow! Listen, I was talking to the priests, and apparently our... Thanks. So, now lots of people who live near the priests have been treating everyone. I want to help them, but I'm not sure what I can do. Apart from ask you, that is. Would you bring us some more medicine, Arisen? Oh, thanks, Arisen. I'll talk to the priests in the meantime.
Now we've need of medicine. We can purchase it at shops, or make some ourselves by combining the ingredients.
Of course.
I've somewhere to be. I only had to sleep.
Not my
Was
kind
I
of place.
lacking?
Hoy Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Now that's just splendid! Oh, thank you, Arisen. This should be plenty. I'll take...
'Tis a goodly deed we've done, aiding the sick. I only hope our efforts go a ways toward improving life in the slums.
Right you are.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms? Many thanks. Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance, you see, one of the children we care for here at the Great... Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. This building's very old. Might I impose on you to...
What we need now is information. The question is, where to find it?
Right you are.
Thanks, sir.
Malcolm's been really into... Just the other day, he was going around telling...
Causes conflict to plague the world.
I'm quite sure I wasn't dreaming. But ox carts don't run so late at night. Was it a phantom then?
Malcolm? All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered.
How did I end up in this miserable place? How can you make our own?
Wickedness has no hold to penetrate.
Is Malcolm all right? We were supposed to go exploring together, but I overslept, and he wished he'd woken me up. Oh,
Shall we report our results?
Ah, but you mentioned rubble. Come, I fear there's not a prey. Follow me, and quickly. I believe this is the place to which... Look, there, a hole. Could he have... There is naught to be done but have a... Let us make haste.
Tis hard to find my footing in this darkness.
If we're to break it, it shan't be from this side.
Really now?
Malcolm, you have my eternal gratitude.
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books.
Truly? Perhaps we ought to take a look.
We ought to follow close behind, lest we get separated.
Right you are.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing?
'Tis quite a find indeed. Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. 'Tis a veritable... Might I ask that you not... We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be... We ought to entrust its care to someone... As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this...
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as... Let's investigate this place's...
It near boggles the mind that so impressive an archive slumbered here. 'Tis surely any scholar's dream.
Right you are. Pray, follow me.
Uh-oh. Perhaps it's time I started taking this seriously.
Over here, if you please. Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
My patience has its limits.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner. Thank you.
You mustn't let this stop you.
Keep your ears pricked. Our foes might betray themselves with the slightest... sound.
Naught can threaten us if we watch each other's backs.
Shall I lead you to the location nearest here, Arisen? The soldiers delivering freight were last espied near Vermin's eastern edge. That's not far from here.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Coin's no good if you want to get in the
Follow me, if you would.
In another world, I learned that a forgotten riftstone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master? Methinks this can only be destroyed from the other side.
I'm not altogether happy with this. Oxcarts make for relatively safer travel.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
No harm shall come to you.
I've never heard such nonsense.
We've got goblins.
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. The prison has been drenched.
Well-aimed strike, right where it hurts.
This will not go unpunished.
What are you up to? Might I interest you in my humble wares? Hope to see you again.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses are lighter.
An investment made for safer travels can hardly be called extravagant. Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
You have my protection.
We can ill afford to grow overconfident. Our foe is